My name is Aramide Adeoye. I'm the Special Advisor to the Governor on Works and Infrastructure. So for us as a government, Betty, 2021 was good, fantastic. The discussions around what we intended to do as a government with organized private sector, the discussions that we had gave us insights into what new areas we could do to enable people do businesses with ease, SMEs to grow, and then general connectivity for people. So what are the action points that we have taken that are deliberate and visible from last year till now? In the area of encouragement for the SMEs, we have done roads that speaks to ease of movement for the goods and services, namely Old Odo Road, where largely the furniture markets is. Everybody that works in Lagos knows that when you want to buy furniture, locally made furniture, it's along the Old Odo Road. So as a government, we've awarded the construction of that road in rigid concrete pavement, and as I speak, that construction work is ongoing. Also, we've done Irede Road. Irede Road is a bridge project and a road component. It started during the time of Governor Babajide Fashola. So we came in as a government and we actually finished that road. And we not only finished it, we then decided that to ease the movement of goods and services, it would be nice for us to have a jetty at the end, including a car park at the end of that road. That car park road project is finished and completed. The jetty construction work, as I speak, is ongoing, but even in the meantime that one is ongoing, the CFAX jetty. So there's a CFAX jetty just about 1 kilometer away. That enables manufacturers, SMEs who import things from abroad to be able to move those goods via barges straight to Alaba International Market. The Public Works Corporation also did some rehabilitation works around the Old Odo Road as we're moving into the main market. And then, of course, together with the Ministry of Special Duties, firefighting stations are under construction just at the entrance to get into the market. So those are things around what we've done for the furniture market, also the cane markets. In the cane market sector, everybody has been hearing us talk about Okpebi Mende Bridge. Okpebi Mende Bridge, where the Cane Weavers Association are. So we've done the roads around the surrounding roads, and then the big one, which is the bridge. The design of that bridge takes care of the whole of that ecosystem and ensures that by the time that bridge is completed, those Weavers Association have a natural carve-out because naturally they like to work in the creeks where there's water. So that area, that ecosystem, they can then thrive even better and in a more channeled environment with the road amenities and facilities provided. When you speak about the automobile market in going towards the spare parts markets in Ladipo. We've done, they call it Ladipo Road. It's called Akinwumi Street in Mushin. That road is done in concrete. It's been finished. It was finished about 1.5 years ago and is under use. That road, it's a major arterial that the spare parts market sellers bring in their products. It's also in tandem with what we're doing with the Leather Hub. This ministry is also supervising the infrastructure around the Leather Hub area where people can utilize from leather products from the north, make designs, carry those goods in along those roads to the Leather Hub Center. So essentially, we're taking up the SMEs in the area of the Leather Hub, in the area of the spare parts movement of goods, in the area of things from Alaba International Markets, and then the cane weavers. So essentially, around those are sectors that we've tried to infuse infrastructure in to help SMEs grow. So interventions that we have also done around there speaks that you're trying to international trade, you're trying ease of doing business, movements of goods and services, ease of doing business. So in international trade, connectivity is important. It's important, and of course, because Lagos plays a major role. How do you get things in the seaports? International trade, so you're talking about air cargo, you're talking about the ports, movements around the ports, you're talking about exports around. So what are the interventions that we have done to ease all of those trade? Lagos is not an accident that Lagos, it contributes about more than 30% of the GDP of Nigeria. It is a major contributor. So all of this, and of course, 75% of the cargoes of goods that come in, they come in through Lagos, through the ports, as well as the air cargo. So what have we done in ensuring that the transport facilities and infrastructure along those areas are upgraded and improved? So the Lagos-Apapa port, the road leading to the largest port, the Apapa port, that road in the last 1 year has seen under the federal government intervention through Mrs. Dangote, they finished the extensive rehabilitation works along that place, leaving segments along Rainbow and then some part of Sunrise. But essentially, majorly, that road has been done in rigid pavement on both sides of the expressway. We've also seen the cargo port. The federal government also, in the last 4 months, they've approved for us as a state to begin our work on the cargo airport along Ekpe, along the Ekpe axis. So that way we can improve air cargo experience for the ports. Once that road to the ports is good, it's fine. But more importantly is the fact that as a government, we are responsive and we also think. We think ahead. Part of thinking ahead is to say, with all of the developments along the Lekki corridor, the Dangote refinery, the free trade zone, the port itself, the largest port is opened up now. We didn't want this just happening on our laps. So we began the development of the old Lekki Ekpe Expressway that was constructed over 40 years ago. We began that and we began the expansion. We not only began the expansion into dedicated 6 lanes, so one essentially for the articulated trucks and 2 for the vehicular traffic. We also decided we would change the pavement. We would change the pavement into rigid pavement, reinforced concrete pavement to allow for all of this excessive axle loadings that will eventually come on them. And then, of course, with the ultimate aim that by the time the Dangote refinery kicks off, the kind of vehicles that you expect to go in there, the volume of articulated trucks that will be going there, coming in and coming out, and then from the ports, that expansion has taken care of that. And then also the quality of the pavement has already taken cognizance of what to expect. Lastly is the fact that going towards, when you move those goods out of the port, you needed to go straight into other parts of Nigeria. And so on the other side, the state government, we began the construction work around Ekpe network of roads and also busting out into Shagam, busting out into Ijebu-Ode. We finished that part of the construction work. So you have a smoothless transition from Ekpe back out of Ijebu-Ode. So anybody coming out of the port, if you need to move goods to other parts of the state, you can easily traverse through that route. So those are things that we have done in trying to improve international trade with the provision of infrastructure, those kind of infrastructure. For West African trade, so that's not just international trade with the AfCFTA. One of the things that we've done is the Lagos-Badagry Expressway. Lagos-Badagry Expressway, you all know that project started a long time ago, but this administration has ensured that from the moment we came in, the delivery, the timelines that we gave for sectional delivery, we have kept to it. We said in 2020 that we would try to finish the phase 1 up to the International Trade Fair. We finished that. We said we will try to finish the next steps, which will be in front of LASU, which we have also done. And then last but not the least is the one that eventually ends at Okokomaiko, just before, so that the end of the Blue Line project. So that also is also on course. And I'm hoping that hopefully before the end of this year, very early into next quarter, we will do. The interchanges around Alaba International Trade Fair, LASU Iba, they are all done, ready to sync all of the traffic together. So in facilitating that trade, along that trade, the West African Highway route, that road is a major component. We realize that, we know the importance, and we're doing everything assiduously to ensure that we complete that road before year end. It's not an accident that this ministry, they call it a working ministry. So the works are always in the pipeline. We have quite a number of legacy projects that are in the pipeline that this administration intends to finish. Some have started. So first and foremost is the Fourth Mainland Bridge. The Fourth Mainland Bridge, as I speak, the RFP, the request for proposals, the technical proposals and the finance combined are being issued out. We're expecting the bidders, the 3 identified bidders to come forth with their proposals for submission by end of October, because they were issued 2 weeks ago. They have a 5-week submission and they should submit them by the end of October, leaving the whole of November into mid-December for analysis. So by end of December, we should be able to flag off the construction work, the preliminary construction work for that project. So that's one major one. Aside from all other ones that are ongoing, regional road, quite a number of projects are ongoing as I speak. The regional road is ongoing. The Okpebi Mende is a project that we intend to finish by mid-year next year. Everybody, as you go on present bridge on Odoyalaro, you can look downwards to your left. You will see that actively. You see the piers for the bridge already coming up. So apart from Fort Mainland Bridge, apart from Lekki Regional Road, apart from Okpebi Mende, we also have projects in the area of the rail. Those are all of infrastructure that are happening. We're also speaking to interconnectivity modes. We're massively improving interconnectivity. There's no point for you can never outgrow provision of roads to the citizenry. But we make sure that in the way we provide roads, we're speaking to the intermodal transport system for Lagos. So we make roads that will either lead to the end of a jetty, so that there will be a Laswa boat that you can ride. We give people options. So either you can ride a Laswa boat, we can make the road that will lead to the jetty. The Ministry of Waterfront will build the jetty. Laswa will provide the boat. Minister of Works and Infrastructure will provide the roadway. And then, of course, that way, BRT, your BRT lane is also an option. So it's either you go by the BRT, or you go by the roadway, or you go on the Laswa boat to a jetty. So we're providing options for people to improve the intermodal transport experience using an integrated card, the Oyster card, the Smart Oyster card, the Cowry card for Lagos. So those are things initiatives that we're doing aside from that. But the big one, of course, I must agree, is the Fort Mainland Bridge. But aside from the Fort Mainland Bridge, also, Dangote versus Dangote Refinery is already thinking of expanding the Eleko down to the refinery under the federal government Sukuk projects.